Long ago, in a peaceful village surrounded by hills, there lived two friends, Adanna and Nkechi. Adanna was known across the village for her breathtaking beauty. Her skin was smooth like polished ebony, her eyes sparkled like stars, and her smile lights up every corner she walked into. Whenever she stepped out, villagers stopped to admire her. Nkechi, on the other hand, was not as striking. Though she was kind and hardworking, people rarely noticed her when she was with Adanna. Yet, the two were inseparable, spending every day together, laughing and sharing stories. Whenever they went to the market or the river, people would call out, "Adanna, you look like a queen," or "Adanna, the sun must rise just to see you." Nkechi would smile, but deep inside, her heart began to ache. She wondered why no one ever noticed her. One day, during a village festival, Adanna wore a bright orange wrapper and golden beads around her neck. Everyone turned to look at her as she danced gracefully to the drums. Villagers whispered, "She is as beautiful as the moon." Betty stood in the shadows, clapping softly. No one even noticed her. That night, as they walked home, Getty's jealousy grew. She thought to herself, "Why does she get all the attention? Why doesn't anyone see me?" Days turned into weeks, and Getty's jealousy consumed her. She began to avoid Adanna, making excuses not to go to the river or the market. Adanna noticed her friend's absence and asked, "Nkechi, why don't you come with me anymore? Did I do something wrong?" Nkechi forced a smile. "No, I've just been busy," she replied. But in her heart, Nkechi began to plot. One day, she heard of a mysterious herbalist who lived deep in the forest. It was said he could grant any wish for a price. Nkechi decided to visit him. When she arrived, the herbalist sat in front of his hut, grinding leaves. He looked up and said, "What brings you here, my child?" "I want my friend Adanna's beauty to fade," Nkechi said, her voice shaking. "I want people to admire me instead." The herbalist frowned but nodded. "Very well. Take this powder," he said, handing her a small pouch. "Sprinkle it on her clothes. But beware, jealousy is a dangerous path. Whatever you wish for others can return to you." Nkechi ignored his warning. She went home and waited for the right moment. The next morning, as Adanna prepared for the market, Nkechi offered to help her carry her basket. She secretly sprinkled the powder on Adanna's wrapper and waited for the results. But something strange happened. When Adanna walked out of the house, she looked even more radiant. Her beauty seemed to glow brighter than ever. Villagers gasped, calling out, "Adanna, you are a goddess today." Nkechi's jealousy turned into anger. She returned to the herbalist, demanding an explanation. "Why is she even more beautiful?" she shouted. The herbalist looked at her calmly. "I warned you. Jealousy only darkens your own heart. If you want others to see your worth, you must first see it in yourself." Nkechi was silent, his words echoing in her mind. She left the forest, unsure of what to do next. Months later, a very young and handsome rich man came to marry Adanna. Her friend Nkechi became very jealous. She wanted to marry a rich man too, but it hadn't happened for her yet. Before Adanna's wedding, Nkechi pretended to be happy for her friend. She even gave Adanna a beautiful set of jewelry to wear on her wedding day. But secretly, Nkechi took the jewelry to a herbalist and did a charm on it. The charm was meant to make Adanna's face look like an animal so that no one would want to marry her. On Adanna's wedding day, she wore the jewelry and felt very beautiful. But as she walked into the ceremony, something strange happened. Her face began to change. It turned into the face of a scary animal. Everyone screamed and ran away in fear. The guests left and the wedding was ruined. The only person who stayed was Adanna's husband-to-be. He loved her so much that he refused to leave her. He took her hand and said, "Don't worry, my dear, we will find a solution." He took her to the village oracle, who was wise and could solve problems. The oracle looked closely at Adanna and said, "This is the work of jealousy. Someone close to you has done this." The oracle gave Adanna medicine to drink and said, "The person who did this will soon be revealed." When they returned to the village, Nkechi came to visit. She didn't know the oracle had helped Ada, and she expected Ada to still look like an animal. But when she saw Ada back to her normal self, she became very nervous. The oracle's medicine started working, and Nkechi couldn't hide the truth anymore. She confessed that she had done the charm because she was jealous. The villagers were very angry at Nkechi. They punished her by banishing her from the village. She was sent away to live alone, filled with shame and regret for what she had done. Adanna and her husband lived happily together, and she learned a valuable lesson. Not everyone who pretends to be your friend truly wishes you well.